Hello and welcome all to Embed System and IoT. Today we are going to upload a sensor data like a temperature sensor LM35 to Kane IoT server. So let's get started. So in the last session we did send some fake data to this Kane IoT server using MQTT protocol. Now we are going to send some real data using our temperature sensor that is connected to my Node MCU, and we will send the data. So first let us create a widget here that will receive the data. So we will go to add new, add a widget, and I will create my custom widget. It will show me value, so I will take a value. I can give the name temperature. Okay. Now it will receive the data in the form of temperature, so I will choose data as temperature. So here is the temperature. Unit will be Celsius. Channel is from 0 to any value that you can take, but I will take the channel number 1 now. I will choose icon of temperature. Let's see what temperature probe. Okay, now I will click on add widget. So it will create a custom widget and it will start to take a temperature. So as you can see, widget has been created that is of the temperature type. Okay. Now since I have not connected my device, it is showing me offline. Now let us move to the programming part. Okay, so this is the programming part. I have initialized Kane library, Kane MQTT ESP826.h. To install the Kane library, you can go to Sketch, go to Include Library, go to Manage Libraries. A dialog box will appear. As we have installed different library like ThinkSpeak library, we can also search here and install the Kane library. Let it get update first. Okay, so we will search for Kane and enter. So it shows me different Kane libraries. I have installed Kane MQTT as we are using MQTT protocol. So I have already installed this Kane library. You can select the version, latest version, and then click on install and wait for a few minutes to let it install, then close. Okay, so you can use this library and I have already installed it, so I have included, that is Kane MQTT ESP826.h. This is for the serial communication, that if I want to see what is happening inside this library, so I have also enabled it. You can disable by commenting out this. Now I have to give my SSID and password. So my SSID will be hex and bit. Okay, so these are your router setting, the Wi-Fi that you want to connect to, and you have to give your router password and ID. Okay, now it is asking for me the username, password, and client ID. This is for the MQTT server or broker. So I will go to here setting, then click on configure. So I can see that it shows me different username, my password, and my client ID. So I will copy each of this, like I will copy my username, then I will paste my username here, then I will copy my MQTT password, I will paste my MQTT password here, and I will also copy my client ID. So I will paste my client ID here. Okay, so I've connected analog sensor on pin number A0. I can write A0 or 0. It is the same thing. Okay, now I have told you while creating this widget, the widget that I've created, this is on the channel number 1. So I've defined the channel as 1. Okay, serial begin for serial communication. Now this is, I'm initializing the Kane library that will take my username, password, client ID that I've given here, and SSID and Wi-Fi password, these things, and it will try to connect to my Wi-Fi. Okay, now in the loop part there is just kn.loop. After the loop part, I have written a function called kn_out. This is a function which will keep on updating the virtual channel, that is the channel 1, after few second gap. Okay, if you don't want to use this, you can simply use this function kn.virtualWrite, and you can put it in the loop part, and using millis function you can give some delay. Remember that you don't have to put any delay in the loop part. This kn loop will disconnect from the server, so it's better that you use the function called millis to give a wait or a delay command. Then I have taken analog reading from the sensor pin. This is the program simply for converting LM35 temperature reading to a given temperature. And I have written kn.virtualWrite. This is my channel. This is my value, that is the temp. And I am giving this temperature in degrees Celsius. As we learned in the previous video, to give temperature in degrees Celsius, this is the data type and the value that should be in degrees Celsius. So I have written temp and degree Celsius. So let us upload this program and see what happens. So let me upload it. So it has compiled the sketch and it has started to upload. You can read the kn documentation part to understand about these all functions, what are the different functions that are available, and how you can pass different sensors value in form of this. So it has uploaded. I will open my serial monitor. Okay, so it shows me connected to Wi-Fi. This is the IP address it is given, connecting to MQTT. Now it is connecting to my server, connected to my server. So let me open my server. Okay, so this is the temperature reading that it is getting from the temperature sensor. Okay, if I go on data and see the last 10-minute value, so these are the reading that it has got from my sensor. First was 29 degrees Celsius, now 31 degrees Celsius. Now it is the continuous data that will keep on updating after every few seconds. So this is my timestamp telling me at what time the value came. This is my channel number. This is my temperature on which sensor. This is my channel ID or my client ID. The type of data is temperature and unit is in degree Celsius. And this is my value that it has got from the sensor. Now if again I will go to my overview. Okay, so this is the temperature that it has got, that is 31 degrees Celsius. Okay, now if I want to change the settings, okay, so what I can do, this is the simply a line graph that I will get, and on the settings part if I go, this is the name of the channel, this is on which channel, the value is coming, widget value, so I can draw graph, line graph or a value, plot a line graph Celsius and again save it, so it will show me the line graph. Again if I want to make some different settings like a normal gauge type, okay, and give the different range of it, if I save it, so it will show me a gauge type, what is my current temperature. Okay, and if I hold the sensor, so due to my body heat the temperature will start to rise and you will see that there is a change in this value. Okay, you can increase the size of it. Okay, so this is the size, and if we look at the data, now since I am holding it, the temperature has risen and it has become more, and it is showing me a yellow graph. So using different settings you can make a different graph. Okay, and you can show it in form of different values also. Okay, these are the different types of value that you can get connected to it. Okay, if I click on thermometer and Celsius value, okay, and click on save, so it's showing me in the form of value, and this is the data. If I click on the data, okay, so these are the reading that it has got in the last 1 or 2 minutes or so. So this is the timestamp and this is the channel number. Okay, so using this program you can simply send your values And also if you don't want to write what are these values, so you can simply delete it. Okay, and in function of virtual write you can write Celsius write. Okay, it would mean the same thing, so you don't have to write the data type and the constant, and you can simply upload this program also, and this will also work as same as virtual write. Okay, so it has started to upload. Let us open the serial monitor. Okay, it is connected to my Wi-Fi. Now let us open the web page. Okay, now let us see any new value that is coming. The value has started to come in the form of Celsius only. So it doesn't matter if you write virtual write or Celsius write, they both do the same thing, and there's just some difference in the writing format. Okay, so it is the data type is again temperature and the unit is C. So this is the latest data that come. Okay, so using this you can plot different graphs and different type of data, and you can put them here and you can see them working. Thank you, and see you in the next session.